9 in Hardin County, Kentucky. When I was born to Nancy Lincoln and Thomas Lincoln. I had an older sister named Sarah. When I was at the age of 3, I had a newborn brother, but he soon later died from 5 days after. It was a very sad day that day. When I was 9 years old, my mother died of milk sickness. Milk sickness is when a cow grazes on poisonous plants. When I soon became an adult, I served many jobs, such as a lobbyist for the Transcontinental Railroad, a store clerk, a soldier in the Black Hawk War, and a lawyer in the state legislature. When I was a soldier in the Black Hawk War, I fought a good bloody struggle for 9 days against the mosquitoes, and I didn't do any killing at all. That was good. When I was a store clerk, I earned the name Honest Abe because I paid somebody wrong by 1 cent off, and I walked 18 miles to get the right payment. That's how I earned the name Honest Abe. When I became a state legislator, I joined the Whig Party, which was a Republican Party. Sadly, I was the only one from Illinois, and I didn't get that much attention I wanted. So I quit and became a lawyer and studied law by William Blackstone's law firm. I soon became married to Mary Todd and had 4 children with their names known: William, Robert, Edward, and Tad. I soon became interested back into national politics with the Kansas-Nebraska Act. The Kansas-Nebraska Act was an act that Nebraska should become a slave state. But at the president of the time, James Buchanan, I said yes. I criticized him saying no, and he actually listened to me. This gave me great confidence. I soon later tried for president, and I actually won. I didn't really know what I was thinking. I just went for president. I soon later studied a book about what being a president would be like. But then soon, in the book said nothing about what was happening. The Civil War began.
Nicole, sit down.
And this was very hard for me because after all the notes said bye. We didn't win any battles really. We didn't really win any key battles, and they were just battles, not like for important key locations. But I soon the North was losing morale, and so I went over to the North and gave speeches to them about morale. This increased the morale in my men, and we soon started winning more key battles. That's when I hired Ulysses S. Grant, and we started winning a lot of battles. This gave us great hope until the Battle of Gettysburg happened. The Battle of Gettysburg was a battle that suffered many casualties. So I gave a speech to the loved ones that lost. I gave a speech to the family members that lost their loved ones. Here's the first paragraph. 407 years ago, our fathers brought forth this nation, conceived in liberty, and postponed for all men that are created equal. We soon later, the war was ending, and we were actually winning the war. There was a re-election coming up, and I was sure I would be a one-term president, but I actually won a 2nd term. That was the best day of my life because that's when the Confederates surrendered and we won the war. For the next 6 days, after 6 days, I went to Ford's Theater to watch a play. Watching plays was my favorite activity. But soon later, my bodyguard decided to go for a walk and never came back. John William Booth, a famous actor, saw his chance. He snuck into the president's box and leveled a flintlock pistol 6 feet away from my head. Then he pulled the trigger. Bam! He shot me. I was unconscious, and the shot was muffled by the crowd until my wife shouted that I was shot. I was soon later taken to a nearby house, and I was too big that my feet were hanging next morning, I soon died. And in honor of me, they put me on a $5 bill and made a memorial of me. And that was my life.